Okay, this is my very first video. It's for my friend Joanna. She wants to learn how to do the magic circle and the invisible join. So please excuse the lighting, and I'm using my iPad. It's propped up on an ironing board. And so I have no way of pausing. So anyway, here we go, Joanna. First you're going to need a H size hook, number 8, a 5.00 millimeter H size hook, some scissors. Well, you know, you can use a scissor. Well, you're going to need scissors. And your choice of stitch markers, which I use all of these. Like you can use thread, yarn. Oh, this is cute. I like using this one. This clothespin, which I got at the Dollar Tree in the party section. And then there's also hairpins, bobby pins, and these little things works very good. I got these from off of a you know those when the shirts, the men's shirts come in packages, and they use these to keep them flat and in place. And yeah, love those. And then you can also use a hair clip, this little mini hair clip. So, okay, that being said, let's get started on this. Move these out the way, except for, need this. Oh, and also you're going to need a 4-ply yarn. And this 4-ply yarn calls for a 5 millimeter H8 size hook. So, let's get started. Oh, and this is Bernant yarn. And it is in the color, let's see, Peony Pink. Okay. Okay. So, you're going to start out by first, let's bring that up a little bit, by first wrapping the yarn around your 2 fingers and securing it with your thumb, securing this end with your thumb. Turn your hand over and secure this tail end here with your pinky on top of your ring finger, like that. But don't have it where it's so tight that you can't pull this loop that we're going to do now. So, to make the loop, you're going to go under the first one, grab the second one, and as you pull it out, remember, if it's too tight, loosen up on your grip with your pinky. And as you're pulling it out, you're going to twist it like that, and that forms that loop. See that loop? And then you're going to turn your hand back over and grab the yarn that's being secured by the pinky. So grab that one and pull it through the loop like that. Then you're going to hold, put your finger on top of the loop, and then pull it like that. And there's your magic circle right here, right here. So I'm gonna do that again. Let's see. Doesn't look focused very good. Okay, there we go. Now you're gonna wrap it around your fingers like this, 2 of your fingers. Put your thumb, secure this end right here with your thumb. Turn your hand over secure this tail end with your pinky over your ring finger. Now get your needle, turn your hand back over, go under the first one, grab the second one, and as you pulling it through, you're going to twist the needle, forming a loop. Turn your hand back over, grab the yarn that's being secured with your pinky, which is the longer yarn, and pull that through the loop, like so. Now you're gonna put your finger over that loop that you just formed. You can let go of your pinky now and pull tight. Now you can adjust this loop that's on the needle by pulling the working yarn like that. And then you can still pull that slip knot. And that's how you make a slip knot with a. So now, I'll show you one more time. Okay. Your two fingers. Wrap around. Secure this tail end with your thumb. Turn your hand over. Secure this one down with your pinky. Flip it back over. Take your needle. Go under the first one. Pull the second one through. As you're coming through, twist it. Twist the needle, forming that loop. Let's see. Forming that loop. Now you're going to flip your hand back over, grab the yarn that's being secured with the pinky, which is the longer piece of yarn, and pull it through the loop like that. Now you're going to put your finger on the loop. You can take your pinky off and pull. And now you've made your slip knot. And formed, you can adjust this slip knot. This is your slip knot loop. You can adjust it by pulling on your working yarn like that. So now you've made your slip knot and the magic circle. So now what you're going to do is you can wrap the yarn around your hand however you do it, however it's comfortable for you. Sometimes I may go like this, sometimes I may go around these two fingers, or sometimes I may just hold it this way, bring up, and go like that, which is what I'm going to do now. So like I said, I hold it like this, bring these, move this out the way. I grab the yarn with these three fingers, wrap this one around the pointed finger, and then I'm going to put, sorry, I had a yawn. I'm going to put two of my fingers, the ring finger and the middle finger, through the loop and hold or secure down this tail with my thumb over the loop like that. Now I'm going to pull up on my loop because I want it a little bit big like this. Now normally you would chain two depending on if you're going to make a double crochet, chain two, half double crochet, chain one, you know, but we're not going to do any chain. You're just going to have your loop. And now you're going to form your double crochet. For those of you who do not know how to do a double crochet, this is how you do it. you're going to yarn over, go through the circle, yarn over again, pull it through the circle. Now you have 3 loops on your needle. Yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops, and now you have 2 loops on your needle. Now you're going to yarn over again and pull through both loops. Now you just made your first double crochet. Now what you're going to do is make 7 more double crochets in this circle so that you'll have a total of 8. And Joanne, I know you know how to do that, so I don't have to go slow for you. And just so you all know, I'm doing this with my iPad that's propped up on an ironing board, and there is no pause button, so I'm just gonna have to work all the way through. So if you work fast, you can pause and wait for me. But anyway, I mean, pause yourself, not the video. So, like I said, this is our first double crochet. So now you're going to want to put 7 more in this ring or this circle. I'll put my 2 fingers in. And to get more control of the circle, you can slowly pull on this tail end right here to make the loop smaller if need be, which you're probably going to need that. So I'm going to do my double crochets. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's one thing that I do also is when I'm making, like you can like hold it like this and just do it, your double crochet, or you can hold on to this part. If you need it to be a little more stable, you can hold on to that part like this. You start out here, go in, and now hold on to this part and keep going. So let me see how many I have right now. Let's see, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have 8. So now, this is the best part about using a magic circle. That little gap in the in the center of some projects, like some projects you may have like this little gap right here, and then you'll just sew it up. But with this magic circle, you can pull it tight. I mean, so tight. Look at that. Bam. No more. So what you can do next is let's count our stitches first. Now, first of all, this loop that we made in the beginning, that loop, instead of making a chain, we just made a loop. That's going to be one of your stitches. So we're going to count that. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yep, that's right. And what I was counting here, because I know you already know this, Joanna, but those ones who don't know, what I was counting are these V's. You see those? Let me see. I can adjust this for you. Try to make it brighter. Okay. Anyway, you see these V's right here? This V, there's a V, there's a V. Those are what I was counting. Those are stitches. So I counted, plus I counted this loop. So this loop is a stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our last one, 8. So now we're going to join, do our invisible join. You're going to go inside that loop. See that loop right there? You see the 1, 2, that V for that loop. You're going to go inside there and pull this kind of tight. And do your slip stitch in there. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch all the way around, except for this one, that first one. We're going to do it, but for right now, you're just going to put 1 double crochet in this spot. Okay? So you see that spot right there? You go in there and make a double crochet in there. And then in the next ones, you're going to do 2 double crochets all the way around, which you should end up with 16. So let's here. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta make sure I'm not skipping a stitch. And before you go all the way around, you can always count, which is so good to count. So you're going to go like this. There's 1, or just count 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So yeah, that's right. Okay. Go on this one. It still seems like I want to put this. Let me see. I'll do that join over again. Yeah, I went through the wrong part for that join. Sorry, guys. Let's see. There we go, right there. So you're going to not chain 1. You don't want to do no chains. So you're just going to work a double crochet in that spot. 1 double crochet. And then in all the rest of them around, it's going to be 2 double crochets in each one. For those who don't know how to do again, the double crochet, you're gonna yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, come back through, and you have 3 loops. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2 more. Let's see. And we're just gonna keep doing this till we get to the end. And like I said, it's a good thing to count your stitches as you go, because you don't want to go so far, be on a roll and be like, oh yeah, I'm almost done with this row, and then find out that you did something wrong, or you dropped a stitch, or you made too many. Or not drop, that's knitting. That's more like you skipped a stitch. Okay, so now this right here, it looks like we're doing our last stitch, but it's not. So I'm going to show you something. So let's count. these stitches. So not this one. We're going to count all the ones that have the 2 in there. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So this is 1. Remember that 1 right here? That's 15. And so you see this right here, that right there, that's where you're going to put your last stitch, right in there. Let's see, right in this one right here. It doesn't look like it's a stitch because that's actually where you slip stitched that, but that's where you're going to put your stitch in. Your last double crochet is going to go in there. And so when you join this, and if you see this, that's your loop. You're going to join in this loop, pull this, and now you're going to join in that loop. And see, and now you have these become your 2s. See, 1, 2 in 1 stitch, like that. And that loop disappears. So let's go to the round 3. So like I said, round 3, you're just going to pull up on your loop like this, pull up on your loop a little, and make your double crochet in that spot, that space right there. And it's just going to be 1. And then the next one you're going to do 2. No, 1. You're going to do 1. 1 double crochet. And now here comes the pattern. That's 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And then 1 and then 2 double crochets. And then 1, and then 2, 1, 2, 1, and then 2. 1 and then 2. Now you can speed this up if need be to the end, or skip or whatever. And there's 1. Now you're going to do 2 in this one. And now here we come to where it looks like this is the last stitch, but it's not. And you're going to put wait a minute, let me put 2 in this one. So in this last stitch you can put 1. But like I said, that's not your last stitch. Your slip stitch is your last stitch. So you're going to put 1 in here. Like that. And then you're going to join in this slip stitch. You see the slip stitch right here. I'm going to join in that one. Tighten your loop up. And join in. And then remember, don't chain. Just go up. And here we go. Now for row 1, 2, 3, row 4, you do as again your double crochet in that spot, and only 1. In your next one, you're gonna do 1 double crochet. In your next one, you're gonna do 2. Wait a minute, you're gonna do 1 in the next one, and then you're gonna do 2 in the next one. Oops. Okay. So there's 2 in this one, and then 1 in the next one, and 1 in the next one. So you see your pattern. It's this. It's 2, 1, 1. Okay, let's do it over here. So this is supposed to be a 2, but it's 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, and the next one is 2. Oops. I'll tighten that up a little bit more. What did I say that is? 2. So 1, 2, and then next one is 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2, 1, 2, then 1, 1, and then 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, and then 2. Now, this is one thing. You know if you're doing it right is because whenever you make your 2, your 2 is your increase. That's what that is. When you put 2 in 1, you're increasing. That's what makes the circle gets bigger. And so you can tell if you're in the right spot is by this. When you come to an increase, so like, okay, I'll show you. So like the next stitch would be 1 and 1. Now we're going to have 2, or the increase. And you always know that you're at an increase is when you see that the next stitch, the previous stitch, is an increase. Because you see you have 1, 2 in that stitch right there. See that? It looks like a V. And under that one, it's another V. Because that's where you increase that. So when you come to this point, you know that you're supposed to put 2 in this next stitch right here. So let's do that. Two, and now you're going to do 1, 1, 1, 1, and then there's your increase again. See that? That's your increase. And there's an increase. So you know an increase goes right here. There's 1, 2. And now you go, the next one is 1, 1, but your last one is going to be an increase. So remember, you're going to put a stitch here in that slip stitch. Okay. Like that. And then you're going to slip stitch through that one right there, through that loop. And so here's what you have. Now, you see, to prevent this from pooching, you see how it's pooching up and it's making this curl up? What you can do is not be so tight. So like if let me go through here. Oops. Try to get my needle back through this. Loosen that up some. Cause see, That's what happens when you pull that magic circle too tight. Then it starts to bunch up in the center. Like that. So, there. Now it will lay flat. And as you keep going, it's going to end up like this. Now, Joanna, if you measure this, this is okay. This is good to have in your crochet kit or knitting kit. Is a measuring tape that has centimeters. Let me see, can I focus that? Oh, I can't tell if it's okay. Centimeters, and on the other side, inches. It's good to have these. So, like, if you're measuring, if I was to measure this hat from 0 to, from edge to edge, I would have 9.5. And so I already wrote my measurements out. I'll send you these measurements also, Joanna. So in centimeters, it's 9.5 centimeters. So that will put me in, this would be a hat for a preemie. This will be for a preemie, and this one, let's see, it measures, like I said, this is in centimeters, so this is like 3.5 centimeters. Oh, well, no, I'm sorry, I said 3.5 centimeters. Okay, that is, okay, let me do this again. This is, right, 9. Yeah, 9.5. Yep, that's right. Now this one is about 14 centimeters. So this hat will fit a 6 to 12 month old baby. 6 to 12 month old. And like this one that I'm doing is, well, you can't tell because, oh well, the lighting is too dark. Let's see, it's too dark. Oh, you still can't tell. But anyway, this one is for a 3 to 6 month old. So this one measured, the crown part measured from here to here was 13 centimeters. So that is for a, like I said, 3 to 6 month old. And so when you're done doing your increases, you're going to start doing singles all the way around. So like this one, I'm ready. Yeah, I could do this one for little baby. So you see, I have my increases right here. This is the increase row. So I would, if I wanted this one for a 6 to 12 month old, then I would stop my increases and just do 1 double crochet all the way around. And then as I keep doing it, it'll curl up like this. Look like a little bowl. It'll curl up. Then eventually it will end up like this. Maybe bigger, like this. Like this. Kind of like a, I wish I could put the whole thing in frame. Oh, there we go. It'll end up like this. So what you want to do is kind of figure out how many rows you would need for the child's head. This one is turned out to be a little bit too long. I could have like dropped 2 rows, but she can still fit it. Oh, I'll show you how to do this next time. So that's it, Joanna. I hope this helps you. Give me a call. Let me know if you need more help. But yeah, there you go.